Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, y'all? Quick little stream. I know it's mad late, and I might have a little more energy than I usually do when I record this late, but that is because I took a nap tonight. Oh my goodness, I needed it. I was late to the game, but I was like, bro, you either be on time for the game and just like, I would not have made it. Like, I edited 2-3 videos tonight or whatever. And I even uploaded a couple on the channel, which I usually don't do with work. But like I was telling, like in my talk with Reezy, I was saying I was just feeling frustrated with how I was perceived in hip hop media. I was like, I just feel like I do too much for the genre, for the culture. And I've done it for a long time with interviewing the legends, the popular people, and then the underground up and coming artists. I was first to be on a lot of big artists and stuff. And I never received that type of respect or pay in the space. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like I get that in sports, but I don't get that in hip hop. So, you know, Reezy was just like, sometimes you just got to pop out more, bro. You got to grind harder. So I'm starting to like not hide back as many things as I was like just exclusively just have up on Twitter or Facebook or, you know what I mean? Like, actually just showing what I do sometimes for work, bro. That's it. And I still want to keep things separate. Like, I want to keep YouTube separate from everything else. But I think doing that all the way in the past has kind of added to like, it's not that people don't respect what you did. They just don't know what you've done because you didn't tell them. And they're not going to go out their way to find out what you did before. So with that being said, if you're new to the channel, this is the Road to 10K Subs. My name is Rashad Milligan. Let's get into it. All right, hold on. Where we at? Okay, this is should be a pretty easy stream. It's late. I do have to wake up early. I'm not tired right now. That's why I'm streaming. And I was like, oh, why not? I can get into a bad habit if I don't stream for a couple of days, where it'll be, you know, I won't stream for a long time. Anyways, D1, he revealed his calls to the Atlanta Hawks to cancel Magic City Night. And these are those. All right.
Phone calls when I found out the NBA. Let me tell y'all the truth. So I made a few high-level phone calls when I found out the NBA was cool with the Atlanta Hawks having a strip club themed night at a game where kids would be. It worked. Magic City Night is canceled at the Hawks game. Now watch this. So this is one of the phone calls I made, and I want to play it so bad, but I also want to protect the integrity of private phone calls. These phone calls worked. I don't even want y'all to read my lips because I don't want y'all to know what was being said. But yeah, it worked. You heard me? I know who I talked to, and I know who they connected with, and I know that I have a platform. And I was able to get a lot of my fans and followers to make calls as well, expressing displeasure with this strip club themed night. Now, I ain't saying it's only because of us, but I know we helped move the needle. This is a concept that I teach about in my college course, you heard me? My hip hop and social change course, and it's called consumer activism. Consumers hold the most power in any industry. When you express pleasure or displeasure with something, it forces the decision makers to have to make a move. Either they continue down that path or they veer off that path. In this case, the NBA veered off that path and we won. That's the power we have in hip hop. What other issues are we fed up with? What do we want to see change? And we could use our platforms and our voices, and together I promise we could make this world a better place for everybody. So if you're using your platform to glorify and amplify sin, evil, negativity, and just foolishness, guess what? That ain't hip hop, no. That's hypocritical hop. Hypocritical hop. Excuse me, but I gotta.
Yeah, you know, I try me. Glorifying, giving out gifts, serving the Almighty. Shout out D1. I'm gonna say this, bro. So Lareezy said this in our interview. I'm gonna keep referencing this interview, by the way, until y'all watch it. Watch the interview. It's another classic. What can I do? I humbly say it's another classic. Anyways, in this interview, I asked Reezy about this. about D1 kind of speaking up about it, and people were hating on D1, and I was like, why are you hating on him for being negative, and for being positive? And Reezy was like, well, he kind of gave the whole perspective thing of like, some people were just born into this, and they're just rapping their life experiences. Who am I to yell at them? I should be mad at the environments they were raised up in, and why are Black people in particular raised in these kind of suppressed environments? And I understood what he said, and I let him have that moment in the interview. But just to kind of go off of that, yes, we can acknowledge that two things can be true at once. We can acknowledge that they aren't, uh, there's nothing wrong with them for being born in that. They couldn't control it. They were born in that. At the same time, it's up to us. Are we just to just watch it happen, of like people living the wrong way or promoting the wrong things or things that we believe is the wrong way? Are we just supposed to just let it happen, or are we supposed to speak up, let it be uncomfortable, have these uncomfortable conversations to break up these generational type of patterns and rhythms that we're constantly seeing, of like, oh, they're promoting this, oh, we're glorifying this, oh, we're saluting this, oh yeah, someone comes home from prison, from jail sentence, a bid, and we celebrate them more than we would celebrate a homie from the neighborhood, or our cousin or something like that for graduating college. We have to have those uncomfortable conversations of like, yo, look at where our priorities are as a culture, as our people, Black people. And when I say our people, I mean Black people. Like, we have to hold ourselves accountable. We have to be the ones to, because nobody else obviously is going to look out for us, especially the outside, the other side, right? They're going to see you glorifying these things, promoting these things, and what are they going to say? Oh man, they're going to self-destruct. Look at them always. What do they say? The usual ones, the usual crowd. That's what they, all this coded racist language that you see now on social media and in the comment sections. So I say that to say, bro, we can fight back by simply challenging and having uncomfortable conversations of, hey, even though this is what we've done since forever, and this has been the generations and generations and decades long type of thing. What's up, Dan? We need to break that cycle, because it's not healthy and it's not good at all for Black people, for the image of Black people. Society, it's not good for that general health of society. We can improve society, make this world a better place than when we came into it, by simply not being afraid to have the uncomfortable conversations. And that stands for everybody, but especially, particularly in this conversation, Black people. So I'll say that, like, yes, people are born into that and they can't control where they are born, and they're just products of their environment. At the same time, who are we to just sit back and not say anything and have the uncomfortable conversation of, hey, da 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 da, this might not be right. This might be promoted because of ABC, da 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 da, and this is where our brains were jerked. No. Oh, here we go. My first yawns of the night. Harvey Weinstein on Life at Rikers. So Harvey Weinstein did an interview on Rikers Island. Why? I don't know, but he did. From the Hollywood Reporter. It's HE double hockey stick. So the inmates get to go out to the yard, but every time I'm out there, I feel like I'm under a siege. They come up and say, Weinstein, give me some more, some money. Weinstein, give me your lawyer. Weinstein, do this. Weinstein, do that. I'm constantly threatened and derided. He said, for everybody else, prison is a wonderful experience. For me, it's terrible. I can assure you, Harvey Weinstein, before reading this, prison is bad for everybody. I remember I was talking to someone one time. I'm not going to expose them. And they were talking about how they was in, kind of locked up for a couple months in jail. And they said some people were like, some of the dorm mates and cellmates, they were like, I can't wait to go to prison. Like, they wanted to go to prison because prison was a little more solid than jail. Jail was very holding cell, here until your trial's over, here until something is given, a sentence is given, so you're only there for a few months at a time. In rare cases, you're there for years because they just keep putting off your trial and you don't have adequate defense attorneys or whatever the case might be, right? For the most part, you're only in jail for a couple of months. a lot of them want to go to prison because it's long term, so it's better suited for you to live there long term. When I heard that, I was like, "Oh, that's insane, bro. That's crazy." Anyways, Harvey Weinstein, the Rikers interview. In his first major sit down behind bars, the disgraced mogul fumes about his life at Rikers. I'm unaliving here, I'm rotting here, his record, legacy, and the delusions about the future. I will be proven innocent, that I promise you. Sounds like Tory Lanez. The day I was to meet Harvey Weinstein, a blizzard dumped a foot of snow on New York, grinding the city to a halt. It seemed like an omen. Walking in my hotel the next morning, I have hope that the Rikers will be closed as well. Then my phone buzzed with the tense, terse email from the prison administrator. "We're on," it said. So I called an Uber and nervously set off with a cameraman and a trunk full of recording equipment and a short voyage to Rikers, the notorious island facility in Queens, where Weinstein had been incarcerated for much of the past 6 years. Getting into Rikers is only slightly easier than breaking out of it. The Uber dropped us off at a parking lot outside the facility where we waited in a frigid cold for a prison official to pick us up. Then, after an obstacle course of barbed wire gates and metal detectors, we arrived at the crumbling cinder block structure that Weinstein has called home for the better part of 2 years. Goodness gracious. Over the past few years, the 73-year-old has been hospitalized with a laundry list of maladies, diabetes, a heart operation, the C word, spinal stenosis, and keeps him in a wheelchair for most of the time. Because of his infirmities, he is housed in a medical unit of the jail, away from the general pop. Safety concerns keep him confined in the cell for 23 hours a day. Jeez Louise. For me, his visit, it was also something of a reunion. I first encountered him in 1999 when I worked as an editorial director at Talk Magazine, the ill-fated monthly that Weinstein launched with the legendary editor Tina Brown. Our first meeting was not auspicious. I arrived at work to find ashen-faced Tina slumped on a chase in her office as Harvey, phoning in from a yacht trip in Capri, screamed profanities at her on a speakerphone. That was Harvey, that many people remember, crude, profane, and vindictive. But there was a different side of Harvey as well. He could be charming, funny, generous, an odd duality of some of the victims who testified in court. He was a keen judge of talent and stories and fiercely loyal to his favorites. Our biggest fight, ironically, was over Gwyneth Paltrow, who went on to be one of the more prominent critics. Once, after she appeared on Talk's cover, Harvey fumed that the story was too hard on her. "Don't F with my effing friends," he bellowed and angrily hurled the magazine at me. But my most indelible memory of him came years later during the trip we took to Ground Zero just days after 9/11, accompanied by Tina and Harvey's then PR chief, Matt Hiltzit. It was both a mission to deliver food to the first responders and for Harvey, a morbid flex. Downtown was shut off while everyone but emergency personnel. But Harvey had somehow secured a placard to get our own car through the police roadblocks and checkpoints to the still smoldering site. Balancing a giant soup tureen and a sack of sandwiches, we made our way through the rubble and the stunned silence, punctured suddenly by Harvey's baritone growl. "Matt, give me a bagel." We all looked at him with amazement. "Harvey, the bagels are for the firemen," Hiltzit finally replied. "Don't forget your cream cheese," Harvey snapped. He sounded like a terrible person to work for. Back then, at the apex of his career, Harvey most got a pass for his appalling behavior. He was an A-list Hollywood producer with his mitts on magazines, theater, publishing, and politics. He palled around with prime ministers and presidents. Then, in 2017, a set of blockbuster stories in the New York Times and the New Yorker revealed his history of harassment and abuse, participating in the dizzying fall from grace. Over the years, as his case dominated the news and set off a movement that took down scores of the other prominent men accused of such acts, I couldn't help but to wonder what that of the old Harvey. Had all those court cases and public disgraces dampened his hubris? What lessons had he gleaned from the reversal of fortune? And how did he assess the tarnished legacy he struggled to mightily build? And what did he all do today? The Harvey I remembered was fond of grand entrances, usually trailed by a pack of attentive aides. This Harvey silently materialized, slumped in a wheelchair, steered by a bored-looking corrections officer. He was much thinner and grayer and paler than I remembered him. His yellow prison jumpsuit blended with the yellow painted wall that gave him a greenish tinge. And so, he said theatrically, we meet again. What an intro. What an intro, man. Shout out to the Hollywood Reporter. Shout out to Matt. What an intro, bro. What a lead, dog. I ain't gonna lie. That's fire. That was good. All right, anyways. For the next hour, Rikers had strictly limited the interview to 60 minutes. Harvey sat in a drafty conference room, his publicist, Judah Engelmeyer, and a cluster of prison officials watching him from the corner, and he fielded questions about his daily life behind bars and the history of the crimes that landed him here. He cycled through a series of operatic emotions, pride, fury, self-pity, and shame, but his 6 years of incarceration had failed to inspire any genuine contrition. The world may have branded himself a monster, but Harvey still considers himself a victim, crucified by the bygone era of Hollywood sins. When pressed, he concedes that his behavior may have been a lotus, pathetic, and even a word. But he insists that he's just an over schmuck who made some stupid moves and accidentally launched a global social movement. Me too. Unfortunately for him, 3 successive juries have disagreed. Since the first news stories appeared, close to 100 women have come forward to publicly accuse Weinstein of misconduct, setting off an avalanche of civil and criminal legal proceedings that are still winding their way in the justice system in New York and California. His first New York trial in 2020 ended in conviction on charges including and third degree with a sentence of 23 years in prison, but that conviction was overturned in 2024, not on the grounds of innocence, but by procedural ruling, and with a 2025 retrial that ended up in a mixed verdict, a conviction on one count, an acquittal on the second charge, and a mistrial on the third. In 2023, he received a 16-year sentence on other crimes after a long trial in Los Angeles. The judge ruled that the term would run consecutively, not concurrently, with his New York sentence. Oh, he not getting out. How many years was it? It was 23, that first one was? What was the first one? Yeah, 23 years. It was overturned. And then it was 16 years. So I don't know. If it's just 16, I think he still might not make. Our conversation was conducted in late January, a week before yet another verdict was expected in yet another New York retrial. Harvey made it clear that he hoped this interview, his first major sit-down since the arrest, would be published before then. The trial was rescheduled to begin on April 14th. When 1 hour was nearly over, a Rikers representative ordered us to wind things down. Harvey slumped exhaustingly in the chair, but as the guards started to wheel him out of the room, the former mogul roused himself for one final pitch. You got to get out of this soon, Meyer. I've given you the effing world exclusive. Oprah begged me to talk to her. So did Tina Brown. NBC said. His voice trailed off as he was pushed down the hall all the way back down to the cell, but it would not be the last time that I'd hear from him. For weeks afterward, he called me from Rikers dozens of times at all kind of odd hours to make additional points. I got Harvey on the line. Engelmeyer would introduce very Hollywood light, then patch Weinstein in. His comments have been incorporated into the transcript, which have been edited for length and clarity. After the interview, another guard arrived to the lead the way back off the Baron, freezing off the parking lot in Queens. On the way out, I asked the officer what he knew about Weinstein's life before prison. He shrugged. He said, he used to be someone in Hollywood, right? Yikes. I think we last saw each other at some premiere at the Four Seasons like 25 years ago. That seems like a universe away. What's a typical day like for you in here? I spend almost all of it in my cell. Sometimes I go out in the wheelchair just to get some air, but that's only like half an hour. Mostly I'm in a cell 23 hours a day. I don't have any human contact with any other than the guards. You don't speak to any other inmates. I just speak to the guards and the nurses. That's the sense of the extent of my socializing there. There's no socializing in my wing. Why is that? Because it's Rikers Island and it's HE double hockey sticks. It was different than when I was in state prison. I got up in the morning, I had breakfast, I saw friends, I spoke to people. We all watched TV together. I've been begging to go to state, but the DA's office says because you have a trial upcoming, you stay at Rikers. We wanted to keep an eye on you. They kept an eye on me for 19 months now. I don't know where they think I'm going. Yikes. Has a celebrity been here a help or a hindrance? Here at Rikers, it hurts me because it forces me into isolation. It's too dangerous for me to be around anyone else. Other inmates get to go to the yard, but every time I'm out there, I feel like I'm under a siege. They come up and they say, Weinstein, give me some money. Weinstein, can you give me a lawyer? Weinstein, do this. Weinstein, do that. I'm constantly threatening to write it. I wouldn't last long out there. That didn't happen to you upstate? No, because I was just one of the prisoners in a small group and you get to know the people that way. It's lonely in prison. You try to connect with people and not think too much about it, what got them there. I was friendly with one guy who read all the time, not like great books, but writers like David Baldacca or Harlan Cuban. I turned him on into Daniel Silva, and he was very appreciative. When I was here, I volunteered to teach a course on how books became movies, like James Patterson and J.K. Rowling, like that, but they weren't interested. I'll try if I'm ever back there again. Has anyone hurt you physically? One time, I was waiting to use the phone. I asked the guy in front of me when he was going to be done. He got up and he punched me hard in the face. I fell to the floor, bleeding everywhere. I was hurt really badly. The cops asked me who had done it, but I couldn't say. You can't be a rat. That's the law of the jungle. Do you make any phone calls? Once every 3 hours. I get about 15, 16 to 18 minutes on the phone. That's my lifeline. I speak to three of my children almost every single day. My oldest daughter, who is 30 now, my 12-year-old son. Then he got young kids, and my 15-year-old. My other two children who haven't talked to me for 6 years. I also speak to my lawyers and a few friends. It's the only thing that keeps me sane. What do your younger kids know about your situation? What do you tell them about how you got here? They know everything. They're old enough to Google, but I told them that I never essayed someone, and they believe me. Back then, I was in Believe. It was easier to see them. I won't allow my daughter to come see me here. My son-in-law takes my 12-year-old to visit sometimes, but it's hard for him too. It's emotionally crippling for him. Are you at your trial? Are you constantly photographed with books under your arm? How do you get them? I order them on Amazon and they FedEx them to me. Sometimes a few a day. I've always liked to read, but there's not much else to do in here. You don't get the Times at Rikers. The only paper you get here is the Daily News. But a friend of mine sends me the Sunday book review every week. Is there a particular kind of book you're drawn to? When I was on trial in LA, I went through my whole high school curriculum, A Farewell to Arms, or For Whom the Told Trolls, Gatsby. I hadn't read those books since I was like 17. Reading them at 73 years old, trapped in a cell, just hits different. At Rikers, I'm reading memoir after memoir. Graydon's memoir, Barry Diller's, Keith Malcolm's, which was incredible. I just finished Tom Friessen's book, which was pretty good actually, but then there's a line in it that says, I know Harvey Weinstein. He was a predator. It's just that one line. It broke my heart. Dang. It's interesting how a single line from a book still has that kind of impact on you. Aren't you used to that by now? Friesen is someone who I knew for many years. That he thinks of me that way now. It just hurts from when people who were friends buy into it. It still bothers me. Are you allowed to watch movies? We all have a tablet that pays movies. It costs like $4.95 a month. Mostly it's all big mainstream hits, no art house stuff, but occasionally some little movie will sneak out of nowhere and it's amazing. Like The Ballad of Willis Island, the Carey Mulligan executive produced it. And it's the most wonderful movie. I wish I was around so I could have distributed it. They play my movies every once in a while. The other day, Good Will Hunting came up. I hadn't seen it in 25 years. I watched it in my cell and I thought, now that was pretty dang great. Do people in here talk about you, about your movies? Do they pitch you scripts? Not really. They only want to talk about Quentin Tarantino. It's not really a Shakespeare and love crowd. I do get scripts, but it's mostly from college kids in the mail. They want to know what I think of their movies. What do you tell them? Do you send them notes? Not really, no. They're usually not good, but I try to be encouraging. I tell them to work a little harder. Are you still following the industry? Do you read trades? Oh, yeah, I can't help myself. I read them religiously. I still talk to Hollywood people on the outside. I'm a fanatical THR reader. You'll be happy to know. But it also comes 2 weeks late. I know you've hired a prison consultant before you went to jail. What's the best piece of advice he gave you? It wasn't one thing. He just helped me navigate the system, all the unspoken little rules, the do's and don'ts, what to watch for. But he saved my life. When I got sick last year, I was freezing in my cell for days. I couldn't move. There's no doctor here. We're on Rikers Island. All these prisoners and no doctor. Finally, I called Craig Rothfield and I begged him, please help me. I'm sick. I don't know what to do. He got on the phone and they shipped me to Believe. I had a heart operation the next day. A day later, I would have been gone. I have bone marrow, C word. I'm here. And the DA's idea is probably to have me in prison, but I am wasting away. Dang. Dang. Do you worry about the possibility that you might end up here? It scares the ish out of me, cold and heartless. It's incredible to have the life that I have and the things that I've done for society and not have any leniency to deal with me any kind of way. Whatever they think I did bad in my life, I didn't get the unaliving penalty. I'm going to be 74 in March. I don't want to end my life in here. As we're recording, the world has been fixated on the Jeffrey Epstein story. Did you know him? No, I maybe ran into him once or twice. He didn't travel in my circles. We certainly not friends. Harvey Weinstein being like, nah, I'm above Jeffrey Epstein is crazy. The last time a story like Epstein's generated so much global attention was when you were arrested. Does it like play differently from your perspective? I know you probably feel that you're unfairly accused and you've been complained about a media witch hunt. Do you feel like he too could be innocent? No, I just know what I read in papers. I can't say one way or another. I don't have a lot of faith in the media or prosecutors either, but the crimes he's charged for are really awful. There's nothing like mine. Let's talk about your crimes. Yikes. There are dozens and dozens of women who tell a variation of the same basic story. You follow them to their hotel rooms or trap them into yours, then you force them to be intimate with you. You got furious or retaliate when they turn you down. You claim that none of this was true, but what accounts for a uniformity of all these reports? Why do you think all these people are so willing to lie about you? For a lot of reasons, but mainly because there's money involved. One woman got $500,000, another got paid $500,000. Another one got $3 million. All they had to do was walk off with a little check, was fill out a form and say that I essayed them. So they filled it out. The insurance company eventually paid tens of millions of dollars, and Disney too. Disney didn't want a public fight, so they just paid people to go away. It becomes a bandwagon effect. People can say that what they want about me. It's in a public record, but very few of these stories have been litigated in court. Some of your accusers, like Gwyneth Paltrow, were close friends. Others have worked with you for years. None of them took a cent. Are you really trying to claim that they're all in it for the money? Oh, you better be on his head. Is there any part of you that acknowledges that you wronged them? Did I try to make a pass at all these women unsuccessfully? Did I overplay my hand? Yes. Oh my goodness. Was I pushy or overly seductive? Yes, to all of that. Look, oh my goodness. Look, I should have never gone out with all the people that I went out with. I was married with a fantastic woman who had no idea what I was doing. I lied all the time. I improperly used my staff to hide these things. But did I ever essay a woman? No, I never did that. How much did you pay in settlements since all this began? I haven't paid much of these settlements. Disney paid them. The insurance company paid them. But for all of this, I spent a few $100s in settlements. Dang. You made people sign all kinds of stringent NDAs and spent a lot less money to keep them quiet. You hired PLS to monitor your accusers in the press. Isn't that an indication of wrongdoing? Yes. But the thing was, I wasn't wrong. It wasn't SA. I was cheating on my wife. I was desperate to keep a secret from her. I did not want Disney to find out. I did everything to protect myself from that kind of scandal. You mentioned that you and your staff helped cover for you. Some of them were young women and walking into your room, fully knowing that you was waiting them. Don't they deserve more accountability than that? He said, no, there's only one person to blame, and that's me. These people were so happy to be at the Weinstein Company or Miramax, to be at the center of the apex of the industry. That was that they were willing to lie for me, and I pushed them to lie. My staff was great. They lie like champs, but I did it. It's all on me. I will say this, though. When a guy invites you to his hotel in the middle of the night, you know what's on the agenda. Oh, he is wow, bro. Are you saying that everyone who went to meet with you, they end up being chased around the room? No, not at all. I had a lot of people come see me, but there were some women who knew exactly what was expected. Oh, geez. That is guilty. That mother lover is guilty. Maybe they felt bad later or regretted it. Maybe they saw an opportunity for a payout, but none of them were naive and not as naive as they tried to pretend. Look at the case. I mean, Miriam Haley, but I was not guilty for Kaja Sokoli, who said that I her. We won because in her diary she wrote about four men who but the one line that she came out and wrote about me in her diary is that Harvey disappointed me. Harvey disappointed her because I didn't make her a star. A lot of these women were actresses and they didn't get what they want. She's a 20-something model. You were world famous mogul. Do you acknowledge the power imbalance there? You were a powerful man who hated to be told no. I saw how scary that could be. Yes, there was a power imbalance. I know it could be scary and difficult, but it's still a long way from SA. Over flirtation, ridiculous situations, bad and stupid behavior. Yes, but I didn't push anybody. I didn't physically move anybody. I didn't do that, Meyer. And I've taken these lie detectors to prove it. All right, let me see. Anything else? Anything else interesting? Super interesting. If you want to read the full thing, I'll put it in the thing in the description. I'm not sure that's much of an apology. Let me see. Have you ever apologized to any of the women who brought charges against you? I apologize to them generally. You can't call them when you're in trial with them. But I'll say this today. I apologize to those women. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have been there with them in the first place. I misled them. I'm not sure if that's much of an apology, honestly. It sounds like you're mostly regretful for cheating on your wife. Are you sorry for the transgressions beyond that? I misled them. I cheated on both of my wives. That's immoral. But I did not assault. That is one big lie of all of this. I want to apologize for something I didn't do. I will be proven innocent. That is, I promise you. On the outside, it looks like your life has been ruled insatiable appetites for power, money, food, for all of that. Where do you think that comes from? Some of it goes back to my childhood. Growing up, I remember my uncle being very wealthy and my father helping them get there. And then my uncle was not reciprocating. And then I remember how much it hurt my dad, who was a good, honest man. But my uncle, he was powerful and wealthy, and I aspired to be like him rather than my beat up father. Wow. That's where I got my way. That's where I shaped my values a bit. I didn't want to be a sucker in life. Oh, wow. What do you think fuels your behavior towards women? I was married to Eve for a very long time, 17 years. I met Georgiana Chapman a year and a half later. We were married for another 12. I just never, I don't know. I wasn't exactly a ladies man when I was younger. And then at a certain point, it was too easy. A lot of these women came to me. They came to you because you could make them break their future. Sometimes yes, and sometimes just because. Myra, believe it or not, I had a iota of charm. That's funny. I know two of your daughters changed their names and won't speak to you. Have you tried reaching out to them? Lots of times. They never respond. Their mother cut me off. It's been radio silence from them since the allegation started. Do you ever think you'll be able to repay those relationships? Yes, I do. I'm confident that I will. And when I get out of here and prove my innocence, I won that last appeal. I won this one too. When I lay in that cell with them, I just want them to know that I love them. I didn't do the things that they think I did. Oh, there it is. Let me see. Let me see. Who you rooting for? It's a two-man race. Paul Thomas Anderson and Ryan Coogler. What? Ryan Coogler co-signed from Harvey Weinstein. You talking about sinners and stuff like that? Shouts out. You're the sheriff of this town. Who's the new sheriff? That's funny. First of all, I didn't mean that. That was an ironic statement. Martin Scorsese called me right after. He said, "Remember one thing: irony does not read well in print." Let me see. Let me see. It's a pretty interesting interview. If it wasn't 2:30 in the morning, I would have read it all. You lived a life of cinematic extremes, oversized power and wealth and fame, followed by public humiliation and disgrace. Sitting here, I keep wondering whether it's been worth all of it for you. Would you give up your Oscars and acclaim if you could have avoided any of this and lived a normal life? It's an extremely interesting question, but thinking it over, the answer is yes. Prison is a great way to think about all your choices and priorities. All the Oscars and big movies, I'm still really proud of them. But what good are they to me now? If I had to do it again, I would gladly make that trade. A life out of the spotlight, raise my kids, and being with my family, that would have been much bigger. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my brother, man, Dan, dog. He said those yawns can be contagious. Facts. It's gonna be a regular stream because at this point we're 30 minutes in, you know. So it's gonna be a regular stream, Dan. It's gonna be a regular stream. I am tired though, mad tired. Pastor asked to see the taxes.
Next week, I am asking that all church members bring a copy of your tax returns so that I can review them. I'm gonna put a stop to some of y'all playing in my face during tithes and offerings on Sunday morning. It's tight, but it's right.
Oh, that's crazy. He said it's tight, but it's right. It's insane. Gen Z woman breaks down on camera. Let's see.
Want to be alive anymore. And I understand that I don't want to be alive anymore. And I understand that that's a very, very heavy sentence. And no, that does not mean that I'm trying to end my life. That does not mean that I have any plans or intentions to end my life, because I don't. But I would be lying to myself by saying that I want to be alive, because I don't. Being alive is expensive, and I feel like I'm finding myself questioning often, what is the point of being alive if I can't afford to live, period. I got the red notice on my door yesterday, and it has really brought forward this, I don't know, this like sense of heaviness, this breakdown that I've been having all week, especially because this weekend is one of my busiest weeks for work. I go to two out of my 3 jobs today. Not today, but this weekend. I work overnight today, and then tomorrow morning I'll come home, get a couple hours of sleep. I'll go to one of my jobs, and then once I clock out of that job, I'll be going straight to another overnight shift. And then on Monday and Tuesday, I'm just working all morning. I know that makes no fucking sense. Or like, I'm sorry if that's like confusing as fuck. It's just like a whole lot of work and a whole lot of hours. And like, I hardly want to go because it's like so clear that like I can't even obviously like cover my fucking necessities. And I don't even know what to say like right now at this stage. Somehow by Monday, I gotta pay $1,918.80. And it would take a literal miracle for me to get that. And I like suppose that like, and the part about it that like really like blows my mind is that like I live in one of the poorest states in the country. I live in one of the poorest states in America. And in one of the poorest states in the US, the cost of living somehow is unsustainable, working 3 jobs. As I've said before, none of my jobs provide me benefits. I am considered a part-timer that's put on schedule due to understaffing. I'm being worked to death. I don't get access to health insurance. I don't get access to PTO. I don't get access to any benefits. I just show up because otherwise, like if I don't, then I make nothing. But that seems pointless because I show up every day and I know everybody is one missed paycheck from being homeless. I don't even know if I'm like missing like I cannot wrap my mind around how I work 3 jobs. I work 6 days a week primarily, and I still can't cover my necessity. Like as I'm talking about this, like people around me are like, it's not your fault, it's not your fault, it's the system, it's the system. I can't bring that to my property manager and say, it's the system that's fucking me up. Sorry, I work 3 jobs. I literally can't. Like they don't give a shit about that, right? And I'm just, I don't know, man. I'm just gonna finish getting dressed and get ready for work.
Yeah, that's real, bro. That's real. Shoot. I mean, she said it all. And like she said, like, I mean, she made a very good point, bro. She was like, bro, I can't even live, dog. I can't even afford to live. I got 3 jobs. I can't even afford to live, bro. Insane, dog. Insane, bro.
I don't want.
I hope this going, hi, my name's Simone. Maybe hopefully she can get paid off TikTok or something. Hi, my name's Simone. What's her name? This is her. She got 60,000 followers. See, I be seeing some of these folks. I'm like, bro, y'all need to. She got videos with almost 1 million views.
Well, good morning. It is currently
1:30.
You can't see it. Good morning, all. Thanks to
Rent is paid.
surprisingly.
Oh, wait, hold on, man. Hold on, bro. Come on, man. Y'all give the glory to God. I say, look, if you viral and you have a following, like, you should be able to make some money off of just social media type. You know what I mean? So I mean, hopefully one day, you know what I'm saying, she can continue this motion with social media, everything like that. I'm gonna play the video.
My other job and some really good tips I wasn't expecting. And also an even greater thanks to generous influx of donations, I was able to pay my rent. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm in a very dissociative state right now. This has been like one of the heaviest 3 weeks that I've ever had. I've been so tired. I've seen a lot of stuff. And being, I don't know, something about the feeling of impending doom of just like not, I don't know how to describe my feelings right now, so I'm gonna stop because I feel like I'm gonna be here like all day and I really gotta go to work. The point is, I just wanted to come here and say thank you so much, and more importantly, thank you for seeing me. I understand that what I said was extremely heavy. It brought a lot of conversations about spirituality and faith, a lot of questions about the state of the US, a lot of stuff a lot of worthy conversations that need to be had. I just wish that I had like more time to facilitate these conversations. I just don't, because I'm gotta go to work and I gotta get dressed for work now, for being honest. But I just wanted to come here and say thank you. I also just wanted to remind everybody that 2026 is a midterm election year. Our state of being right now is heavily due to the fact that we have political leaders and representatives who vote against our best interest. And we actively have people that are running with our best interest at heart. There are people that are running that are willing to listen to our voices and hear the American people. And it is very important that we support those candidates and make plans to vote for those candidates. And even more importantly, it is imperative that we are putting our candidates through thorough and intense litmus test as constituents, as voters, because there are so many people that are sitting in the seats that they're sitting in solely because they used enough buzzwords to get our attention, and they're constantly voting against our best interest. And we deserve better. And I strongly encourage you to make those polls and make those demands at town halls and make those demands, because that's our tax money. And our tax money right now is not going back to the people. It is going to very fruitless things that do not benefit us at all. And I hope that you agree with me in saying that that needs to change. Good morning, all.
Salute to her, man. Congratulations. To God be the glory for sure. Let me see if she has YouTube, because she might need to get on YouTube, bro. I think she does Twitch. So what is this? Check out my Substack. Please support my GoFundMe. Let me see the GoFundMe. Okay, she does have a YouTube. She raised $6,000 out of the 10,000. Okay, I guess I will. Okay, she got. Okay. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. So I'll put that in there in the description, the GoFundMe. This is our latest YouTube video, and this is our YouTube channel. She got 216. Y'all, for her, this is gonna be the thing. This is gonna be the thing right here. She need to be more consistent on YouTube. Because I think, I don't know, me personally, I say this as someone monetized on YouTube. I ain't monetized on TikTok. I don't even have TikTok. I'm not monetized on Meta. She need to start uploading because she got 60,000 on TikTok. You got 60,000. If you had half of what you have on TikTok, on YouTube, the type of money you be making, it'll be at least on the low end, $1 grand, $2 grand a month, which would be enough to cover majority rent. You know what I'm saying? So, I think you should do. I think she should do. You know what I'm saying? YouTube. Anyways, let's keep it moving, shall we? Therapy in 60 seconds.
Okay, here's 4 years of therapy in 1 minute. You really do become what you think. If you feed your mind trash, you're going to feel like trash. Emotions, they're not problems, they're signals. Fear shows you limitation. Anger tells you what boundaries got crossed and what needs worked on. Anxiety means that you're stuck in the future, and if you're depressed, it's because you're stuck in the past. It's a reminder to come back to the present. Motivation won't change your life, but habits will. When you change your habits, everything shifts. Your past, that's a chapter, not your whole story. Learn from it, but don't live there. When someone triggers you, pause, because that's a mirror showing you what's still unhealed inside of you. Control is a total illusion. The only real power that you have in this is you and your choices. And at the end of the day, it's very simple. Your thoughts shape your habits, and those build you. And your choices define you. Love you guys. Peace out.
Salute.
Okay.
Boy was spitting that real, wasn't it? He was spitting that real. Here's another one. Why you're always tired. When I saw this, I was like, I know kind of why I feel tired. I don't get enough sleep. I don't know the last time I got 8 hours in a row.
There's a reason why you're always tired, even after 8 hours of sleep. And I'm here to tell you why. We have been told our entire lives that rest equals sleep. But that's not true. It is only one piece of the puzzle. That's why no amount of napping or rotting on the couch will ever make you feel whole again, because it doesn't refill all the other systems that are running on empty. Research shows that there are 7 different types of rest that your body and your brain need, starting with physical rest, which heals your body. Think light stretching, 20-minute power naps, restorative movement. Mental rest quiets the racing thoughts that deplete your focus. Using the Pomodoro method is a perfect example of mental rest. Sensory rest is reducing the amount of input. Our brains are constantly consuming so much at a rapid rate. Putting your phone down, dimming the lights, taking a moment to sit in silence. These are all things that you can do to not run the risk of overstimulation. Next up, creative rest helps restore inspiration. That could look like walking in nature, going to a museum, creating something with your hands. Then we've got emotional rest. The way I see it is you talk honestly to a therapist or somebody else that you trust, or you create a voice memo speaking candidly. You just gotta let it out. Next is social rest. This is where you choose to spend time with people who energize you, not drain you. And the last one, spiritual rest. This is where you have the opportunity to reconnect with your purpose or your values. It could be through meditation. It could be through prayer. It could even be through community initiatives. Anything that makes you feel like there's something bigger than yourself out there. The way that I see this is just like our diets, we have micro and macronutrients that we need in order to sustain us. These are your micro and macronutrients for recovery. And when you starve yourself of even one of them, you never feel full. Here's the problem though. When we feel tired, very rarely do we ever go for any of these. We turn to scrolling, binging, endless noise, and we confuse numbing with rest. And that is why you wake up every single day still exhausted, because distraction is not restoration. The moment that you start giving your body the rest that it actually craves, you feel it immediately. There's really no need to overhaul your entire life for this. 10 minutes of silence, that one honest conversation, stretching for 5 minutes every morning. The micro rests add up. So the next time that somebody tells you you need to push through, or the next time you tell yourself you're lazy, ask yourself if you're getting the right kind of rest. What you call lazy might just be your body begging for the right kind of recovery.
But that was some heat. Both of them was heat. I'm going.
There's a reason why you're always
both of
tired.
them. Look. I'm like, oh yeah. This video doesn't apply to me because I don't get 8 hours. Nah, them other joints, regardless, 8 hours or not. Man, I could do better with all that stuff, bro. For sure. Shouts out to both of these. Both of these is good, bro. All right. Let's go. Next. Spring break question. So now we with the streamers.
25, you go to spring break, it's time to look in the mirror, nigga. You over the age of 25, you go to spring break, it's time to look in the mirror, nigga. Say, what am I doing with my life right now?
No, my thing is, what the fuck do niggas be breaking from?
Right? She ain't got no school.
Niggas ain't never went to school.
Real job.
Ain't even got a real job. What, you done took a break from selling weed for the week? That little zip. Man, I'm finna take off these little, don't call me for no 7s, no 3-5s, nothing all week.
It's motherfucking college students that really need this shit. Y'all buying up the tables and shit.
Oh yeah, give me in that big table with it till tomorrow, man. We're gonna be up through there.
Oh no, I'm cool. I can't beat it. You over the age?
That man DDG was really like, first of all, he really bought a crib in Miami. Second of all, he was really at Bam out of Bayou's 83-point game. Crazy. Insane. Staying along the spring break thing.
Yo, I'm celebrating my 10th spring break in Houston, man. I'm 25 pushing 30. I'm not playing, bro. I don't care, bro. Niggas try to send me clips, all this shit. Nigga, I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm gonna be in that bitch. I'm taking all the tables from the college kids. I don't give a fuck. And I'm throwing hundreds in their fucking faces. I don't give a fuck. Work your fucking way up in life, bro. I'm there in Houston from the 13th to the 18th, man. Holla at me, bro. Spring break, whoa! Yo, I'm celebrating my 10th
crazy.
Spring break in Houston, man.
That's what he said my 10th spring break.
Yo, I'm celebrating.
And it's funny because you look at this, knowing Deshae as a content creator and a comedian, and you would think he's joking. This was before the viral discussion of what you doing at spring break above the age of 25. A week ago, Dub posted this. Deshae called me and said, we going to Houston for spring break. It's lit. Brother, I'm 30 and I'm going to play golf or refinance my house or something. When he said, oh, someone said, you 32. Don't try to cut them 2 years off to sound old. That's funny. Hell no, bro. I just seen this. Oh, snap. Okay, hold on. I got this. Bro. It's my first time seeing that comment, bro. All right, hold on. I got to send that real quick. All right. And then I'm back at it. I'm back in that action. Okay. All right. So, yeah, this is the thing. Like, Deshae is, like, legit. He might sound like he's joke it off, but he's legit. He said this like a week ago before this was ever a trending topic.
It is, bro.
So this is what Mo was talking about yesterday on 1 a.m. But I didn't realize it was Dre the Topic. Shout out Dre the Topic and Prime, bro. These is 2 longtime content creators and trolls, and they trolling. So here they go. They both 29 talking about the people coming down for spring break to Houston.
That's what it is, bro. No way you can hate on this shit, nigga.
Everybody trying to come to Houston. Everybody keep making these TikTok videos about coming to Houston, this and the third, trying to get up with these bitches and shit like that, and try to have fun with these hoes. The main thing y'all leaving out is the people who live in fucking Houston that you're gonna have to run into. We are the fucking final bosses. If we're outside, kiss your bitch goodbye, nigga. Hey, kiss her goodbye. This shit is already solidified for us on this motherfucker. Me and Dre tried our best not to even participate in spring break this year. Because last year was like, we're not even going to do it. When they made an announcement and said this shit was in Houston.
If y'all come to Houston for spring break, bro, you the play. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You where you need to be if you looking for what you looking for, bro. But, bruh, I ain't gonna lie. It's going to be so like, bruh.
Shit is not ball for y'all. Y'all bitch got to run into the final boss.
Like, it's so many, bro. And you know what's crazy? These niggas don't even know how Houston is on a regular. It's spring break every day. Like, tonight is spring break, basically. Nigga, yesterday was spring break. Rodeo was OC, and it's spring break. And no, listen. All right,
No, rodeo.
all right, bro. Chill out.
Shout out Prime. She trying to get crushed. Shout out Prime, one of the legends in this YouTube game, bro. Next. NLE Chopper.
Man, look, I saw y'all request. I tried to call him for y'all. Hey, man. Y'all wish Kai the best. In here, y'all send that man love. I need everybody. Send Kai love and prayer, man. Ain't nothing wrong with him, but I think people should really appreciate what he's brought to this platform. You know how many kids Kai has inspired to pick up a camera instead of a gun. Y'all know how many kids Kai has inspired. Y'all know the type of way, the type of path Kai has paved. I think it's overlooked. But I'm so thankful for how much his career has progressed, because he deserves every bit of it. And the Most High God's gonna continue to use Kai in beautiful ways.
Nah, for real. Shout out NLE Chopper, man, for the kind words to Kai Cenat, man. Best of luck to Kai. Everything like that. All right, next thing. Rage versus Sketch.
Who knows everyone in Austin? Rage. Who knows all of AMP? Rage. Who all knows the Phase Boys? Rage. Who knows the kick side? Rage. Am I onto something or am I onto something? I heard rumors of him retiring too. And if I had to get
Musa Recruiter. Sus. How is my own chat saying sus? It makes sense. Nigga, I was on this bitch sketch before you was even... Ooh, you know what you was doing when I was on this bitch gang. Play that with me, nigga. You dig what I'm saying? Come on, bro. You didn't know what a fucking Twitch was when I was on this bitch going crazy. Shut your mouth. Shut your fucking mouth. Beloved?
think about it.
It's really insane that like Sketch. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. That's insane. That is insane. All right, Rage.
CIA agent 00. You are CIA agent. You're a CIA agent. Spell CIA, but you cannot spell Senna without CIA. Gateway agent 00 00 agent double agent. Oh my God. I have my paper. I have my paper. Make sure y'all have y'all paper. Don't type anything. Don't write anything. Don't put anything in your computer. Don't put anything in your phone. They're watching. And maybe we had it extra. How did y'all just break my pen? How did my pen just break? They don't want me to write. I was just with them in Orlando, and a week later, Agents Emily and Senna has their own private meeting in Austin. Why do we need to be together again 1 week later? Why do they need to be together? Don't think because I don't have my pen, I'm not gonna finish writing. What were y'all discussing? AC. Acronyms AC, maybe that means something. We can think about it, chat. Sin. That's why you don't want anybody to know your real name. Project Ace. Disguise into care.
This man right here. Rage is funny, bro. He a pretty creative dude too. Here he is trolling Bam.
Talk about my trash real quick. Bam! Oh, and I hit, nigga. And I hit that motherfucker. And I hit. That shit was water, nigga. What you talking about?
In today's global chessboard, California may be America's queen, and queens draw fire.
Oh, fuck no. What do you mean, oh, fuck no? What do you mean, oh, fuck no, nigga? What you talking about, nigga? That's so... That is the world record holder for most points in the NBA in the modern era, by the way. Just want to let you know. Don't disrespect. You dig what I'm saying?
For those of y'all who don't know, Rage lives in Miami. Rage lives in Miami. Tyrese Halliburton, man. Tyrese Halliburton.
Let me tell you something. I ain't gonna lie. Wilt Chamberlain 100? I didn't know if I believed it. But after what I watched yesterday, Wilt had 100. Wilt had 100. Hey, Wilt had 100. I ain't gonna lie to you. Wilt Chamberlain had 100 points. Cause man, I was like, nah, Wilt had 100. Stop. I'm watching yesterday. Oh, what's going on? I was like, okay, he had 100. He got it. Let me tell you something.
That was nasty, bro. It was nasty. Like they was just giving this man the ball behind the 3-point line. He throwing up bricks. Like he just launching it, chucking it. I said, all right, this nasty work, bro. When he had about 70, they just kept going till he passed Kobe Bryant, bro. Mark goes off on RD.
Y'all, I'm on to you niggas. Some of you niggas just look at me like, y'all not even watching the video for fun, nigga. So this is how I turn on the game video. I turn on, we watch the nigga play the game. And if something happens that I don't like, I'll be like, oh, but them niggas got locked in.
But
you niggas kid on this game video like this. I'm finna find where these niggas fucked up at, and I'm gonna tell them. Y'all not watching, y'all skipping around. Skip. There! Mark didn't read, stupid bitch! And then y'all go and act niggas and say this, and then y'all get y'all little hate mobs together. Nigga, I read. I knew these niggas were sorry at games. Hey, what did you expect? It's RDC. They're all sorry at games. Yeah, you're right, man. I just watched for the vibes. Get the fuck out of here, man. The fuck out. I'm tired of this shit.
Niggas snitched to Capcom, bro. They snitched to Capcom, bro. What?
But some of y'all, I'm on to you niggas. Some of you niggas just look at me like, y'all not even watching the video for.
This man Mark is hilarious. I'm trying to see if the RDC thing was it in the. Okay, so it's not in the short. I need to subscribe to them, by the way. They are friends of the channel. All right, but yeah. That is funny. All right, next. Dude, and this is it. And then it's Dan. Hold on now. We done lost. You gotta. Hey, done lost connection. Done lost audio. Welcome everybody coming in right now. I'm about to end stream.
Stop letting these.
I'm about to talk to Dan in stream.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you 25 and up, stop letting these little niggas unk and auntie you the fucking death game. Just because they insurance high as fuck don't mean that they, you feel me, they don't give them the right. You feel me? All them young hoes and young niggas, stop letting them unk and auntie you the fucking death game. High ass insurance. They can't rent no car for real. You feel me? Credit fucked up. They got a 370. You know what I'm saying? They cook everything on high or not, or they don't cook at all. They ain't really got no furniture for real. Like when you walk in a 20, when you walk in a under 25 individual crib, you can actually tell, ladies and gentlemen, if you 25 and up, stop letting these
That's a
niggas
fact.
and
That's a fact, man. Hey, all the OGs, we still here, man. We still matter in the world. With that being said, I'm introducing my fellow 25 and over brother, Dan the man in the building. Dan, what's that?
What up with you, Rashad, my brother from another mother?
Man, you know I can't call it, man. You know what you think about what Duke said about being over 25 and not being shamed by young people.
Oh my gosh, not being shamed by young people. The beauty of being an adult these days. Oh my goodness.
I heard it, man. So without further ado, let's get into it, man. What was the latest happenings with free agency today?
Ooh, well, I was talking about the Max Crosby thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was funny because I finally got to that clip
Mhm.
to upload today, and it was like, of course, it was almost like you got to upload the free agency talk the same day, man.
Yeah, that was wild. But that was crazy. That was the crazy over the last few hours. It was like there was a deal that was made that the Ravens had to go get Crosby. Like that, and then all of a sudden that just faltered. And then basically it was just all cahoots. Everybody was like the whole NFL was so shocked. Everybody thought that the Ravens were going to get Max Crosby. Because if you look at it, like I said before, this is why you can't trade a player that's injured. I'm telling you, there's a reason why that you can't afford to trade away your future for an injured player, like like a Max Crosby, and the Ravens falter back and they get Trey Hendrickson, who's even older, but at the same time he's dealing with an injury. So you know how that goes, Rashad. You know how it goes.
Yeah, I don't know what the Ravens' obsession is with just like big names who are in their 30s or past their prime. I don't know if it's like, well, he did it before, he could do it again. I mean, it worked with Derrick Henry, but it's kind of like everybody else. It has not worked. Like Hopkins, it didn't work. Odell Beckham Jr., it didn't work. They just have a lot of just guys that were big names come to the Ravens, and it's kind of like where they just go to retire. It's almost like how the Phoenix Suns used to be back in the day when they had Grant Hill and Vince Carter and Shaquille O'Neal. It's like all the old dudes just go to Phoenix to retire.
Yeah. I mean, it is just what it is at this point because, the Cowboys were interested in Max Crosby. They sent one of their doctors to go look at Crosby, and then all of a sudden I'm like, well, what is Dallas doing? Are they wanting to go get him or are they wanting to do something else? Obviously, Max Crosby is a tremendous, tremendous athlete. But at the same time, he came out on the tweet and said, look, I'm back with the Raiders and everything else, but I still think that he's going to get moved. I think the Raiders are not going to keep him on that roster. I think they're going to have to be punished after what after what happened, and the Ravens should be punished too for what they did. So again, it's sad that I had to see that happen because he's a great player, but at the same time, we got to move forward on this as much as we want to hate that. So
Yeah, no, this is insane. Definitely to see him say, "I'm a Raider, I'm back. Let's run that ish." Everything
Mhm.
happens for a reason. Believe nothing you hear and half of what you see. I'm a Raider. I'm back. Let's run this ish. This is just incredible. Like crazy stuff. I mean, we saw it last year with the Lakers. Remember,
Mhm.
the Lakers tried to trade for Elizabeth Williams' brother. I was about to say son, Mark Williams. And then
Yep.
they vetoed that trade, and then Dalton Connect had to come back.
Mhm.
Dalton Connect still on the team? I believe he is.
I
Which is
believe he is too.
just awkward. Just awkward. Like you've been there for, past a year. After they tried to trade. I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird.
Very weird. Very,
It's weird.
very, very weird.
So now Max Crosby is in the same situation, and yeah, that is what it is. It
But I
is.
still think the Raiders are listening in on offers for Crosby. I still think that they're going to get rid of him.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's a big name. He's a big name, and that trade to the Ravens had a lot of attention. So
Yeah. Now, as far
someone's gonna ask into it. I have a question for you, Dan. On that,
ooh,
we talked about it before, but I want to ask you once again if there's a market for Max Crosby after having a Nick trade, and then the
Mhm.
Cowboys saying no after kind of looking at him and everything with the doctor.
Mhm.
Do you think there's what's up, bro? What's up, dog? Do you think there is a chance that who can get in? Who can get in? Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson finds a new home. because it's like, or does Cleveland just keep his contract and he just sits on the bench?
Man, I mean, I think that it's going to be impossible for a team to get Deshaun Watson because of the contract that he's owed and everything. It's just, and obviously he's been dealing with a lot of stuff in his personal life. It's just his career is basically over at this point, and I don't think he's going to get the starting job for the Browns. I think Shador is going to basically get to keep the starting role. I think he's got enough potential to be the long-term guy. I think Shador has it, in my personal opinion. But at the same time, you got to look at the Browns and ask yourself, do you really want to run with Shador, or do you really want to trust with an older Deshaun Watson? You have to ask that question.
Yeah, I think if you start Deshaun, it's only because of his contract. Uh, Stein said, "I really believe he's going to turn up in the long run. Trust the lad." So he's also with you on that. He's also believing in Shador. I think, like I said, I think the only scenario where I see Deshaun Watson playing this season is with the Cleveland Browns, because the Cleveland Browns were stuck with him. They couldn't find a trade partner, and they're like, well, we're paying this guy $80 gazillion. We might as well put him out on the field. So that's the only way I see, him playing at all in anywhere in the league this season.
Right.
It's crazy. Kyler Murray hasn't even been picked up yet. And we're on day 3 of post-tampering period, day 1 of official signings. With that, it was a kind of emotional departure for Demario Davis, and the New Orleans Saints. They kind of said their goodbyes to each other, to one another, as like he kind of bounces back between just 2 teams, the Jets and the Saints. Like there was one year he was on the Browns, but it's really just Jets, Saints. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But first day of official. And Aziz Ojulari was kind of like the first big signing for the Falcons this season. The Falcons have been kind of letting people go, like they let Algier walk. They put the franchise tag on Kyle Pitts. On Kyle Pitts. You know what I mean? So it's like they played it very conservative and cheap this offseason so far. So Aziz Ojulari, you got him at a discount for 1 year because he was out last season mostly with an injury with the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm interested to see how he does in his hometown because he went to my high school. I didn't go to high school with him because he's like 10 years younger than me. But he went to my high school, and I want to see him succeed. So welcome back home, Aziz, and we'll see what you can do for the Falcons. So the only thing he needs is confidence and love. Let bro's morals high. So that's what he's saying. He's saying the Browns should get behind Shador. Don't give him any reason to doubt by starting this old dude that you're only starting because you're paying him $80 gazillion.
And you're stuck with him too, because if you cut him, the Browns are going to have to be paying a lot of that money, and I don't think the Browns are going to do it.
It's the same thing with like certain coaches. It's like, do you really want to pay off this coach $3 million, $4 million while you're paying a new coach? No. Let's just wait it out and stink a couple more years through this contract, and then hire somebody else when your contract expires. But yeah. Then any other free agency signings that really stood out to you today? Today was my first day where I turned off all of my notifications.
Right.
Like, the first couple of days of free agency, I followed Shefty, Ian Rappaport, and Ari Marilov. I follow all of them and turned on all their postal notifications. So it was like seeing all the signings. Today was the first day I didn't do that. So, kind of what just happened around the league today.
Right. So basically, if you look at the entire league, teams are signing players on 1-year deals. It's because this year's free agency is pretty much weak at this point, and the draft is pretty much weak as well. But at the same time, trades are happening. And it's basically like, well, you look at what the Cowboys did. You look at what the Cowboys did with Oso Odigizua. They traded him to the 49ers for a 3rd-round pick, and they traded away Solomon Thomas for, to the Titans for a 7th round pick swap. And basically, the Cowboys are saying to themselves, we got to build this front line and try to get the players that we need to fit Christian Parker's system. But at the same time, your defensive tackle room is now depleted by getting rid of those 2 players. Now you're going to have to determine what you're going to do. So now we have to fill DT, edge, linebacker, and corner, because your safety room is pretty much set with the signings that you made.
Yeah, especially with Triquez already there. Ball hog, yeah, for sure.
Ball hog Triquez. I mean, it is what it is with Triquez. But I still think Dallas is not done making moves. I feel like that they're gaining draft capital for some reason, and I'm going to call it a buck here. I think we're going to get Max Crosby. I can feel it. If we get Max Crosby and we only trade a 1st-round pick, the Raiders have no choice to just trade him away. Because remember, if Max Crosby says, oh, well, I don't want to be here and whatnot, you have to follow his demands, because remember, it's a players' league.
He just said, F it, I'm a Raider.
I know he said, F it, I'm a Raider.
Also, I need to say, shout out Triquez. That's my dog, Ball Hawk, for sure. Always standing 10 toes for Triquez. That's my dog. Okay, yes. But yeah, the F it, I'm a Raider. Go ahead, Dan.
So I think in reality, I think Dallas is up to something. I don't know what they're up to, but they're up to something big, because this is the first time we've ever seen Jerry not talking that much. Because really and truly, nobody expected Solomon Thomas to get moved. Nobody thought that. Everybody kind of thought that Osa was going to get moved because they had trade talks with him yesterday. So, I mean, it is what it is. But again, at the same time, I really do think the Cowboys are up to something. I don't know what it is, but they're up to something.
What if he's not talking because he's not up to anything?
Well, that's the other thing too. Maybe Dallas is trying to move around and saying, "Well, we need a linebacker. Maybe we go get Patrick Queen from the Steelers. You trade him for maybe a 5th-round pick. Maybe he fits the system. But at the same time, you're trying to get younger. But at the other same time, your defense has to get better in the next 2 years, because remember, we don't know how long Dak has. That's the biggest thing."
Right, no, 100%. Lawless Taco said he's a Raider for life.
Yeah, that's another thing about Max Crosby. I mean, obviously he said it in the tweet right there, but you got to say it. Actions speak louder than words. That's the oldest trick in the book. So,
Yes, sir. The Daniel Jones deal, $44 million a year.
Massive overpay.
Yeah, I was about to say for one good year. I feel like there's a lot of players, not a lot of players, a couple of players who have just gotten gigantic. Who was that? That played only a few games, a quarterback? It was literally this offseason too, and I was like, "What? That's an insanity run." Malik Willis, and shout out Malik Willis. He from Atlanta.
Yeah.
He from Atlanta, Southside for sure. Atlanta legend, 8-10 left, Westlake. You know what I mean? Malik. Shout out Malik Willis.
Yep.
I wanted him on the Falcons just because he's from Atlanta. Did that. Yeah, that was. I feel like these quarterbacks are getting huge paydays for insanity runs just to keep it a bean.
It's because of the free agency market, though, Rashad. Remember, it's so weak, you have to overpay. It's basically like all of these teams are doing this, just because. And the cap space for the NFL has gone significantly up, and it's going to go up even higher in the next few years with the new TV deals and everything. So, again, it is what it is in that regard.
Oh, 100%. And okay. All right. So with that being said, man, I guess let's get into it. Is there anything else, Dan, that you wanted to say with NFL, but before we move on?
Well, there is. I mean, obviously, we all know what's going to happen, in the next few years with the NFL and whatnot. I think this year's draft is going to be so weak obviously teams are going to go after defensive players in this draft. I think Fernando Mendoza is probably going to be the best quarterback in the draft with Dante Moore going back to school. And then you got, some other quarterbacks in there like Ty Simpson, who's probably not really that good. But again, like I said before, we'll just see what happens next month in that regard.
Well, yeah, this draft is definitely not a quarterback draft. Lawless Taco said that he played against Scatabo in youth and high school football. He said dude was always a beast.
I like
So I looked up Scatabo, and he's 24. So Lawless Taco, a pretty young dude, man.
Solid kid too. He's massive for a little dude.
Yeah. So okay. But yeah, a weak quarterback class. Who was that? Geno Smith. Geno Smith goes back to the Jets. The Jets have 3 first-round picks next year. I think it'll be funny, and I think there's a strong possibility that they could just take 3 quarterbacks and say, which one of y'all gonna work?
Wow. What are the Jets doing signing these older players? They're supposed to get younger.
Well, they're gonna get younger next year because they got 3 first-rounders in 2027. It's a good draft. So from what I heard. Did you see the dude that was at the he said I think the prospect Dixon.
I feel like I have. You may have to refresh my memory on that.
All right, I'll play it. And then let me see.
Because
hold on, let me see if it's a short first. Let me see if it's a short. No, I mean there's plenty of shorts about it, but we'll just do it like this. We'll do it like this, man. We'll do it like this, bro.
Oh. Oh man.
Bruh, why they do that, man? Like, bro, even better, why did he act like he knew the prospect, bruh?
That's hilarious.
Like they said, don't act like you know the people. If you don't know the people, it's cool to say, I don't know who that is. I got to do my research about them. He tried to go all the way elite and end up making a fool of himself. He went viral. Come on, bruh. Crazy.
Man.
Fell for one of the oldest tricks in the book. I guess we'll move on now. All right, Dan. So what is the song of the night?
Oh. With some of these, at some of this point, we're gonna have to figure out. You got to pick one, but at the same time, I got one in mind, but I don't think I could sing it because I feel like I'm gonna be bad at it because I'm not singing a woman's song. I'm not doing it.
Okay. I see it.
You gotta pick one.
I gotta pick one.
Yeah, because some of these days I'm gonna have to let you pick one because sometimes I got a lot of songs in this brain of mine.
Yeah, not here. What about Love the Way You Lie?
Ooh, by Rihanna.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out Eminem.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out how it goes. Forgive me, people. Forgive me. I don't. Man, I'm kind of. No, I know. I know. I can't reach that high like her. I can't reach that high.
What about Poker Face?
Yeah, by Lady Gaga.
I feel like you've done that before.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Let's see. Can't reply, no, that read on my poker face. She's got the one nobody. Can't reply, no, that read on my poker face. She's got the one nobody. Bop, 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 poker face, bop, bop, poker face. Bop, 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 poker face, bop, bop, poker face. Bop, bop, bop. I only know a little bit of that.
Well, hold on, man. What was the audio working on the video? Because I think the audio was stopped working on the screen share. Did it stop working?
No, it didn't even play. I didn't even hear.
It didn't play. All right, we got to redo it then.
Oh,
Because
no.
I thought about that. I was like reshare, and I was like, I'm not gonna play another video. This is the Texas dude. So everything I said, I'm gonna have to edit it backwards. This is the video.
There aren't a lot of big name tight ends anymore. Everyone would love to have Kenyon Sadiq, but I don't think that's going to happen. So we'll see. I think that Dixon, my ass, is definitely Blake Fisher, swing tackle. Absolutely. Good. There aren't a lot of big name tight ends. Everyone would love to have Kenyon Sadiq, but I don't think that's going to happen. We'll see. I think that Dixon, my ass, is definitely swarm. Fisher swarm.
Like I said, bro, if you are a combine draft expert, college football expert, and you don't know a player, it's cool to say I don't know the player, bro. Because now you done went viral, man.
That's funny.
Lawless Taco said, I wish Cody Paul made it big. He was always one of my go-to hype videos before a game.
Oh, okay.
You know Cody Paul? Cody Paul. Cody Paul. I know Cody Paul. He like this random white. I think he's a random white dude, bro, who has like a crazy. He has a crazy what you call, dog. He has a crazy highlight tape from high school. Oh my goodness, bro. Here it is. No, it's not even high school. It's Warner Pop Football, bro. He was hooping, dog. He was hooping, bro. As a kid, I don't even know, bro. They call this man the White Reggie Bush, dog. Bro, he was different. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know, because I actually found out about this like on stream or something like that, or like YouTube or Twitter, something recently. Like I didn't know about this 18 years ago when it first went viral. But yeah, it's a little white kid, boy, running all over. And I think that the song on here was like, "Here Comes the Boom." But this look at this kid. Look at him, bro.
Whoa.
Bruh, kid's different. He a high school coach now, I think.
Oh, really?
But he had like the greatest Pop Warner football tape ever, bro. And he wore the number 5. Look at him.
Look at that. Zoop, zoop.
Come on. Give me that. And kick return. White man kick return. When is the last time you seen that? Look at this. Ooh, ooh, outside. Ooh. Nice block. Appreciate it. I can't do it without my teammates. Hee. Zigzag. And I'm taking a bath. Ooh. Broke your ankles.
Oh.
Touch the earth. Okay, we running. Good block. Okay, we going. Oh, they stopped. Nope, they ain't stopped me. You thought they stopped me, but they didn't. Until then. Oh, scoop it off the ground. Scrub the ground. Oh, look, he sees white jerseys. Come on, man. He crossing them boys, breaking them ankles like Allen Iverson. Crazy. Yeah. Shout out Cody Paul, bro. Shout out Lawless. He said no way he said that. Yeah, he said it, bro. So yeah, we did a song of the day. I
the
got
Rashad
it right.
specialty.
Yeah. The video of the video of the night, the last video. And then of course, we had to do the check-in. How's everything going and stuff like that. It's been a couple days since you've been on.
Couple days has been good. The mom's got surgery this upcoming morning in the next few hours. She's going to get through it. I'm actually really confident this time. She's going to get through this flying colors, and I'll be busy doing my volunteer work.
Yes, sir. What day is that? Because I remember you talked about it last time, so I just want to make sure it's not the day of, and now I'm like, where's Dan or something like that. And it's like, oh.
It's actually today. It's March 12th today.
Okay, so Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So with that being said, we both have things to do in a couple hours. I gotta wake up in less than 5 hours. So there's that. Dan, man, it's been a good stream as always, brother.
Yeah, man. I'll probably be back sometime this weekend. Sometime.
Oh yeah, for sure. Say that. Yeah. It should be fairly regular. I gotta work on Saturday and Sunday, so that might affect what time I come on those days. But we will be on as always.
And we got that Mavericks and Hawks game next week too.
Next week, Lawless Taco. Hey, Pete. Hey, appreciate the love in the chat tonight.
Appreciate it, Lawless.
Good chat. All right. Yes, and then Hawks game is next week as well. So you will be on Birds next week. Birds.
Oh yeah.
This week will be on Friday night. And yeah. We'll figure it out. But until next time, man. My name is Rashad Milligan. This is Dallas Dan, the man with the plan. As always, please subscribe and follow along to the channel because I'm live or I'm uploading original content on here each and every single day, like I've done for the past 371 days. Wow, that sounds
insane.
As always, have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, have a good night, have a good day. If nobody else told you today, I care for you. Till next time, please take care of your.
Rashad, why you
anyway.
didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.